It intrigues me, because what is the human race? It's consciousness playing with itself somehow. It's still consciousness seeing itself. Why? Why does consciousness play this game?
Why not? As long as we believe that there is something to be gained or to be lost in this game. We may ask this question, but the moment we understand that nothing can be gained or lost, it's like a theatrical play.
But we get so caught up in it.
Not 100%, that's why we enjoy tragedy.
So we partly do it because we enjoy tragedy.
We enjoy the safety of the watching an horror movie, or we enjoy the safety of the sofa in which we sit. In a way, the horror in the movie reminds us of the safety of our home, of the sofa, and of the chips on the coffee table, and of the Coke, of the beer, of the tea here. It is the same in the universal play. The movement in it reminds us of the repose in which we have our being. It points towards it.
There's something about attention that also interests me. And I can speak personally on this, that I see more and more it's where I put my attention, or where, looking at a lower, high level or a low level, whatever, is where I allow my attention to be, that affects my experience. And it's as if I do have a choice in one way, to allow my attention to be as much as it can be with the never changing, or my attention can be various degrees with the ever changing. Some give me quite a lot of awareness, other times almost lost. Was that something that you had to work at all? Can you say something about that? Does that resonate with you, that question?
It fits into a more general framework, which is the question of free will. How free are we to do this or that, and in particular to shift our attention from this to that? As an individual, we have the appearance of such a freedom. But since we don't choose our thoughts, which is easy to verify, if we could choose our thoughts, we could choose not to have any thoughts, or to have only happy thoughts, or thoughts of a certain color, beautiful thoughts. So obviously we have no control of our thoughts. Therefore, if you don't choose our thoughts, we don't choose the choosing thoughts that is going to shift the attention from A to B. We simply believe, after the shift has taken place, that we have chosen as a separate individual, whereas in fact the shift itself, or any thought or any decision that appeared, was simply a cosmic event. And it makes sense, even in a materialistic point of view, where every thought that arises is a byproduct of the electrochemistry taking place in the brain. This brain is made of particles dancing together that are entangled and deeply in a deep connection with the rest of the particles in the universe. So that whatever seems to happen locally, the creation of this thought, of this decision, is in fact a cosmic convergence, even from this materialistic vantage point, a cosmic convergence. So it is not a personal creation, it is not homemade. If by home we mean this factory here. There is no such a thing as a human factory of thoughts. It's a nice hypothesis, but it doesn't have four legs to stand on.
But it's something as human beings we're faced with as a reality. We have, majority of us, overwhelming majority, have a strong thought process, and it is something that in a way we need to, on a human level, learn to catch the thoughts. So as I interviewed someone a few months ago, Dr. Joe Dispenza, who's done a lot of research about the neurotransmitters in the brain and how continuously having the same thoughts actually tangibly reinforces the wiring in the brain. And that's what we do. A lot of the time we have negative thoughts over and over again, which reinforces the transmitters in the brain, and that can be tangibly measured, that the more you have the thoughts, the stronger the wires are that connect parts of the brain. And then if we are aware of that and we catch the negative thoughts, then they get weaker on a tangible level. It seems to me that that's, if we're going to develop in terms of our spiritual journey, let's say, that's something also that we need to do on a human level to work like that.
There is no way, in my understanding, that the human body creates its thoughts. It doesn't make sense. The human body is not an isolated system. Even from the vantage point of physics, it doesn't make sense. It is in complete connection with its surrounding at every moment. It has been conditioned by its surrounding and by its genetic programming. There is no freedom there. It is the universe that converges in this event, the local creation of a thought. And then the second thought, which is the illusion that I create my thought, that's also a thought, which is a cosmic event that is created the next moment. In other words, the local thinker, its only existence is an afterthought. During the thought, there is not a local thinker. There is a cosmic event taking place.
No, on one level I understand that, absolutely, but I'm also trying to look at things more practically. But
no,
I'm not
that which is true is that which is practical. The only question is that true or not, you see? Because you could say in a way, okay, quantum physics or physics is not practical. It's theoretical. However, this camera is to a large extent based on quantum physics at many levels.
Yeah, and that for me is what makes our journey as human beings is so intriguing. There's so many ways to look at things. That's the richness that we have.
Yeah, but there are also ways to look at things that are reasonable, and there are ways that are unreasonable.